Welcome to Jonesboro, Arkansas at Centennial Bank Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, the Red Wolves head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Red Wolves headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Louisiana Monroe's offense will get first crack at it today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
The Warhawks are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it to the right side.
Every offensive coordinator...
There's a crease. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The lone back's got it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Going for the marker on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Warhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running behind that left side. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a third and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Quick spin on the run. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down? And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Red Wolves offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Plummer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Here's a heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Running inside, it's Spencer. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Owens. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Red Wolves will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. The option look. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred...
Here's a little room there. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Going to try to get... There he goes. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Warhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Might as well stick with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to save time on defense, they used their 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Warhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. with the run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, UL Monroe!
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going, continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
Arkansas State ready to get this drive going. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got some space. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on 1st down. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And this guy's been a weapon throughout the season, man. You've seen him, the ability to throw the football and make plays, but also, just like on this play, man, with his legs, he's going to make you honor them. So he's got that dual threat ability, putting a good season together, man. Inching closer to that 1,000-yard rush mark, that's a big feat for a QB.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit, because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Looking for a gap. It's Walker. Got enough for the 1st. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Warhawks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Howard. He steps down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Might have a chance. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's a big-time moment for the defense. They're creating a negative play, getting a sack with the opponent right down on the goal line. Now that they've backed him up a little bit, a touchdown doesn't seem like it's just a gimme anymore.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it, couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but 4 would have been better. The Red Bulls offense coming out to start the drive. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Fires left. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Red Wolves send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg. Looking to scramble. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Walker. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Fires to the tight end. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. And the Warhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Got a man. It's Anderson. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him.
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Warhawks! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass, it's Owens. Finds his man, it's Cobb. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him, and he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Let's it fly. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. With the catch, it's Little. Shakes a man, and he might take off. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Got it. In the middle, it's Howard. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game in Jonesboro. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win.
The Warhawks will kick it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
On the move. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among maybe some room here. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the Warhawks want to pick up the tempo.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. And that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Leaves it with the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Warhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 30. The 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
What a play by the defense. And listen, we know that they practice these turnovers in these situations each and every week. How about, David, just how everybody understands, hey, we've recovered the fumble. Let's get our heads around now and go find ourselves some blocks.
You work it every single week. You hit the nail right on the head. We yell out words so you know, Oski, 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 fumble, fumble, fumble. First thing you do, defensive line, go look up the quarterback. Start blocking, understanding how to follow my blockers, stay towards the sideline, stay away from all the traffic, and make a big play, just like they did right here.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Owens. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Red Bulls! A great catch and run for 6.
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Makes the grab in their space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Jumped on top of the pile.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
And he got just enough of that one. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for space, it's Spencer. At the 45, on his way. He's loose on the right. 10. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
I mean, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The give to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Under fire. Gets it to the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Warhawks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it in. It's Summers.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Wolves decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Warhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Red Wolves in the hurry-up.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Firing to the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Warhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for room, it's Jamison. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
A nice luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish?
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Keeps it on the option and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
That's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The play action fake. He's taking a deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, obviously, in this situation, you need a touchdown to win the game, and they're being aggressive. They're taking shots down the field. You got to remember, you're probably not going to be able to get it all back on one throw. You've got to be smart. Quarterback's got to make good decisions. You got to be able to get the ball out, but be smart about your play calling here.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that has got to be so demoralizing for this defense. They played so well on 1st and 2nd down and then have a total breakdown on 3rd. They're going to have to do so much better the next time they're put in that situation.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly.